Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some rainy day reads for you. Alright, so today I'm filming this on an actual rainy day. I don't know if this will go up on a rainy day, but I figured I would give you some of my favorite rainy day reads that are cozy and just, perfect for reading on a rainy day. Alright, so let's go ahead and just dive right in. Alright, so the first book I'd like to recommend is Wolf Song. Obviously, this book has been making the rounds through the book community, and it's a really great book. So it follows Ox and Joe from basically childhood up through their adult lives, and Ox is 12 when we first meet him. He's, struggling to help his mom pay the bills after his dad walked out on them, and at 16, Ox meets Joe and Joe's family who moved back to town after moving away for a very long time, and some very bad things happened to them, so they're coming home to rest and recharge. And it turns out this family is a family of werewolves, and there's magic and witches and all sorts of really cool things. This book will feel very warm and fluffy at first, and then you'll be freaking devastated. But this book is just so good, and it's perfect for reading on a rainy day, and you will absolutely fall in love with Ox and Joe and just everybody. You'll fall in love with every single character in this book, guaranteed. Okay, so next up I would like to recommend Every Heart a Doorway. So this one has also been pretty popular here on BookTube, as well as Bookstagram community and the book community in general. This book is just so creepy and lovely and just weird, and it's just so good. So this is actually a series of novellas set in the same world, and they kind of all have connecting factors. So this is following Nancy, who has come to, I forget what the name of it is. It's a home for wayward children, or children who have been through doors or portals to other worlds and had their adventures, and they're coming back and they're having problems readjusting to life in the normal world. So, through doors, like Alice falls through the rabbit hole, or the kids stepping through the doors through the wardrobe into Narnia. It's kind of like that, but darker and a little bit more creepy, and it's just such a good book. And it's really short, and you could probably read it in a day, and it's so magical and whimsical and just perfect for a rainy day. Alright, so next up I'd also like to recommend The Last Sun. This is the first book in the Tarot Sequence books. I've recommended this book a lot because not enough people read it, and it needs a bigger fandom, because I feel like once this book gets to be mainstream, people will fall in love with these characters. It's got a perfect found family, it's got accidental child acquisition, it's got adventures, it's got magic. Did I mention the magic system is based off of tarot cards? And so is like the hierarchy for like the ruling thing. And it's an urban fantasy set in a New Atlantis. And it's kind of in the United States, but it's also kind of not. And it's just such a fantastic book, and like the magic system is super on point, and all the characters are really amazing. You will fall in love with Rune and Brand and Max and Quinn and Adam and just everybody. You will fall in love with them, and it's a perfect book for a dreary rainy day because it's very light and bright and full of adventure and perfect for a rainy day. Alright, so the next book I'd like to recommend is The Lightning Struck Heart. This is one that is not for those under 18. So this follows Sam Haversford, who accidentally turns a group of teenage douchebags into stone statues. And, this follows him from when he's basically 12 years old, 10 years old, up through his adult life, and him learning how to be a magician and, court politics and going on adventures. And this book is very, very, very queer, and I love it to pieces for that. And it's just so incredibly good and full of adventure, and it's almost nonstop action, and it gets to the point where things are just super, super ridiculous, and the characters are like, why does this keep happening to us? Why? And it's hilarious, and Gary is also very very funny, but also very X-rated, so please, anybody under 18, just know. Alright, and then the last book recommendation I have for a rainy day read is All Systems Red. So this one might not be exactly a cozy read, but it is definitely one that will keep you on the edge of your seat, and it's perfect for reading on a dreary day when you just want to escape and have some political intrigue and some murder and sci-fi adventures. It's such a good book, and it's super short. You could probably read this in a day. Actually, the whole Murderbot Diaries, you could probably read most of them in a day. But All Systems Red is just such a good way to be introduced to this character. Murderbot is a antisocial kind of android, non-binary character, and they just want to be left alone to watch their soap operas, realistically. And if that's not the most relatable thing ever, I don't know any other character that's as relatable as Murderbot. All Systems Red is just such a good book, and it's full of adventure and political intrigue and some murder. It's so good. Highly, highly recommend. Alright, so those are my rainy day reads for you. If you guys have any rainy day reads that you'd also like to recommend, let me know down in the comments. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.